Good morning and welcome to my channel. My name is Aryan Singh Rana, and in today's video, our agenda will be the responsive design of a website. So as you can see that we have been tasked with the creation of a website layout that should be responsive for almost every kind of devices. So what do you mean by a responsive design? Now, a responsive design is a design when we go on any size of screen and it can adjust itself according to that screen and make content look exactly the way the developer meant it to look like. Not if we go on if we are developing on a larger screen and then we should switch on to the much smaller screen like a phone. Like this side over here, the developer developed this whole site on a laptop screen, which and I am the developer over here. And if I switch to let's say a mobile screen, it would then mash up all the content together and it would it would give me a squished content, which is not what I meant to for the user to see, on a mobile screen. So a responsive design comes into play when we want our design, when we want our website layout to adjust itself according to size screen, so it can look the way the developer wants the user to see it or experience it, and it do not squish each and every content together because this screen is much smaller than the laptop screen. Now, as you can see that this is the website that I have applied my responsive design on. So let me just show you how the content of this whole React project is. So as you can see that first in my first I included a nav. First I made a navigation bar in my nav component. So as you can see that first let me open my nav component. As you can see that this is my nav component, and inside of it, as you can see, I included first a nav container. So it contains my whole nav bar. After that, the heading, which is my tech venture heading, which is over here. After that, it contains a unordered list of for the navigation items, which are these home, memes, news, notes, and about us. So I used li to represent each and every one of them. I use these. First, I imported. Let me just open my public file, and inside of it index HTML. So as you can see that these are the script tag. This is the script tag for my font awesome, and this is my link tag for my font awesome and bootstrap all as well. So as you might have known that to use a bootstrap or a font awesome asset, I need to include their link and script tag inside my index HTML. And so I did that, and after that, I use these I tags. Let me just open it just a second. Yes, in the nav.js. So as you can see that this is a font awesome asset, which is the icon for a house chimney window. So as you can see that this is the icon that I imported using my I imported from the font awesome website. So this I tag represent that, and with the help of that link tag and the script tag, we are able to import it in our project and use it however we like. After that comes the name of the navigation item, which is home. So this whole thing is one huge button, which when we click on would navigate us to the home tab. So that's how I created for memes, news, notes, and about us. As you can see that this is the ally tag. This is the ally tag for our meme, and it includes the icon for newspaper. Sorry, this is the ally tag for our meme. This one, and this is includes the icon which is a face labs squint, this one, and the name is of the whole section would be the memes, similarly for news, similarly for notes, and similarly for about us. Now, let's come to the home page. Now, in the home page, as you can see that this is our nav component that I just created, and I imported in it inside my home component. Now, as you can see that for the nav component, I created a container inside of, and my container contains my nav component. Just to make the design not get overflow out of my window, and it would create an extra space after my whole window, and we need to then scroll it to just to see each and every element, just to contain my nav within my whole window. or the whole website, I used a container to contain it. After that, I used a bootstrap asset over here, which is this one, from here till just a second, side section. Yes, from here till here. Uh, Yes, still here. So this is a asset that I took from the Bootstrap, and this asset look like this. It includes this whole large card. I imported the image myself, so as you can see that this image is imported by me. I used absolute address over here because I do not want it to download the whole image in my and keep increase the file size. So I used the absolute address over here. Now, this is the as this is the asset that I downloaded from the Bootstrap. I don't think I need to explain on the CSS for this one. After that comes my this section, which is the dev section. As you can see that this is the dev section, and it includes my name and the role, which is the front end developer. So this is included with the help of these items within the div class side section. So it contains my h1 tag, which contains the test dev section, and again, after that, I created a UL tag, and inside a UL tag, I created li tag, which represents the list item. And inside the list item, it contains my name within a h2 tag, just to give it, just to increase its size and give it a bold nature. After that, it contains front-end developer, as you can see that over here. Now, coming to the responsive part of this whole page, it's done through the CSS. So let me just open my CSS. Let's go to the nav CSS first. As you can see that in nav CSS, and first I defined my containers with and I flexed it so that each and every item becomes inline item, not a block item. So if the so that the content only occupies the space that the content requires, not the whole line. So that's why I use display flex, and because of display flex, the tag venture and these navigation thing came side by side to each other, not in a column way. And after that, I use align item to just center it between the whole box that I created over here. Okay. After that, I used a padding to just increase the size of the box in itself. So because as you can see that if I reduce this, the box size would get reduced. As you can see that now it is a bit squished. So just to make it look a bit appealing, I use included padding. So the padding would include the padding from both left, from all four sides, which is left, right, bottom, and top. After that comes the nav containers. Now nav container contains my these navigation items, which is UL tag. So I gave the UL tag. As you can see that, just a second. As you can see that, I gave the UL tag, the name nav container. And what nav container does that? It first makes each and every list item into the flex item, or you can say it converts the block nature of the each li tag into the so inline nature of the each li tag into the block nature by using display flex, as you can see that. After that, I increase the width size of the UL tag to so that it can spread the li tags, because if I don't do that, it would just squish each and every li tag together when they are side by side. Now after that, I remove the list style because it was a UL tag. Then the by default list style would be the bold dotted bullets in front of each list item. So because I removed that, it won't be shown to us. After that, I use justify content to move each and every li tag to the end of my whole flex. So as I told you, the size of the UL tag was 100%. So it would be this 100%. Now let me just show you in the inspect element. Just a second. Now, as you can see that this whole purple region is my UL tags area. And because I used 100%, so it covers the whole area, which is outside the tech venture area as well. So you can say that because I used 100% with it covered all the remaining area. And as I told you, my the flex justify content was flex end. So because this whole UI tag is now display flag, so automatically the flex end would be at the end of this whole area. So as you can see that this is the remaining area, and my whole area is being covered, but the rest of the area is being covered by these allied tags, which are at the end of the flex. So that's why I use flex end over here. Now after that comes nav items. Now nav items is the tag, is the allied tag and the name of the nav itself. So as you can see that each ally tag is with the class name nav item, and each ally tag contains the icon and the name, which is home, memes, etc. And these home memes name are in itself are within the nav names div tag with the class name nav names. So in that, as you can see that I again use display flex because the ally tags, sorry, the icon tags and the names itself were coming in a column manner. You can say that the icon tag was above the name of the nav. So to fix that, I used display flex over here. So they came right next to each other because as I told you, the ally tag default nature was inline, so it was taking the whole line space. But because I used display flex in my ally tag, now the each now both the icon and the name of the nav bar became block nature, so that's why they became side by side. And after that I gave them a bit of space, so there is space between the nav name and the icon of the nav bar. As you can see that now this is the align center to align them, because if I remove that, the icon was coming a bit up. As you can see that the item are a bit up than the name itself. So that's why I used align item over here, so that they came in a same line. After that, I declared the color of the nav item and the icon itself, which is Alice blue. Now comes the nav names, the name itself. So just to give them just a little bit space, from here and a bit space over here, I gave them the padding left and right value like this. Now comes the main part of the responsive thing. Now I made the whole design responsive using a command called media query. This is how we define a media query. Now what this media query does, that it targets the screen, and it takes some conditions as it inputs. So if those conditions are satisfied, then what happens is that as you can see that these are these conditions, which is screen and max width, which is 500 pixels. So the media query take this condition, and when these conditions are satisfied, which means that when the screen the content is being displayed, or that screen specific screen is satisfying the condition, what it would do, it would apply all the CSS that is within within itself. So as you can see that within the media query, there is this CSS which contains the CSS for three classes, which is dot pair, nav name, and dot nav container. So let's go to the condition. So as you can see that the condition was max width 500. So what happens in max width 500 is that if a screen size, a screen's width is less than 500, then this CSS would get applied. If the screen size exceeds the 500 limit, then what would happen? It would apply these default CSS. So let me just show you in the inspect element. Now this is the normal size of the whole desktop. Now if I click on this icon, it can change my screen size according to the devices available in the market. So as you can see that now I am let's say XR. So as you can see that this is the screen size for the XR, which is 414 width into 896 height. So as you can see that let me just zoom it a little bit. Now, as you can see that my design has changed according to the size of the screen. Now, if I come to the design changes, what it does that? First, the flex direction is changed from being row to column. So as you can see that this whole container was display flex, and because of display flex, the contents come right besides each other. But when I use my display flex direction as a column, it comes at in a column manner. But as you can see that this nav item, sorry, this nav bar which contains my nav items was within the UL tag. So what it did that it bring the heading into the column format, and brought the UL tag into the column format, not the li tags within the UL tags. So the main conclusion from this is that the uh, display flags applies the block nature to each and every child of the parent tag, not the grandchilds. So li tags are the grandchild, so it won't affect them. It would only affect the UL tag and the heading tag, which was in my nav section. Now after that, I hid my nav names. As you can observe that first my nav name was being shown, but as soon as this screen size decreased less than the 500 pixel screen width, then as you can see that because of my just a second, because of my media query CSS, it hid which was a display none. It means that it hid the names and it only shows the icons now. Now coming to the another thing, which is nav container. Now nav container is simply this container itself, which contains my heading and my nav item. So just to look it a bit more pleasing, I increase its padding and I also justify content evenly. So nav container was my UL over here. So now UL is being changed. So the justify content would align each and every list item according to its width and space them evenly. So that's how the media query is working. Now coming to the home page, in the home page as well, I use media query as you can see that over here. Now the media query, when we come to the screen size of the laptop, as you can see that there was a side section and we div tag which was named as side section, and within that side section it contained the dev section, my name, and the role. Now when we change the size of the screen, as you can see that that section has been hidden. Now again that happened because in the video query I used the same command, which was if the screen size screen's width is less than 500 pixels, then these CSS should be applied, and which was it would target the div tag or it would target any element with the class name side section, and it would apply display none to it. So the side section div tag contains my whole developer section text and my name and the role as well. So if I use display none, so it would hide it. So as you can see that if I remove it, it will show me in the small screen as well. Just a second. Yes, as you can see that it is seeing in the small screen as well, but that's not how I want to represent my content. So that's why I use display none over here. As you can see that now it's perfect. So as you can see that how this is how this responsive design is being applied with the help of the media query. Well, that's all for this video, and thanks for watching.